Something big just shook the NFL world, and the Raiders are right in the middle of it. Behind the scenes, major talks are happening, and the names being mentioned have left everyone in shock. We're talking about elite players, a former Seahawks Pro Bowler, a possible move from Cleveland, and even whispers about changes in key management roles, all happening at once. Yes, this could completely change the direction of the Las Vegas Raiders. And I've got exclusive inside info about what's going on, what's being planned, and who might actually end up wearing silver and black in the coming weeks. But before we jump into the latest updates, backhand index pointing right, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Because you won't want to miss any of the breaking Raiders news coming your way. Alright, let's move on to the new story. Time is running out fast for both the Raiders and the Dolphins as Week 5 approaches. Both defenses are under pressure, and both have serious problems stopping the pass. The Raiders' secondary has struggled badly through the first 4 games, ranking among the bottom 10 in the league, letting opponents make big plays at key moments. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are still feeling the loss of star corner Jalen Ramsey. Their secondary has dropped to 13th in turnovers and hasn't been able to fill the gap he left behind. With both teams desperate for answers, all eyes are turning toward Seattle, and 26-year-old cornerback Riq Woolen might be the name to watch. Reports suggest his playing time has taken a major hit this season, and with just 1 year left on his contract, he could become one of the hottest trade targets before the deadline. According to multiple reports, including from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, both the Raiders and Dolphins are showing real interest. Something's definitely brewing, and this might just be the first domino to fall. Stay with me. Riq Woolen's story is an interesting one. Once a Pro Bowler, he exploded onto the scene in 2022, proving he wasn't just another rookie. Quarterbacks throwing his way posted a passer rating under 50, a stunning number that showed how sharp his instincts and one-on-one coverage skills really were. But this season hasn't gone as smoothly. Adjusting to defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald's system in Seattle has been a challenge, and suddenly, Woolen's future with the Seahawks isn't as clear as it once was. For teams searching for stability in the secondary, though, Woolen might be the exact spark they need. His ability to shut down big plays, read routes, and bring leadership could instantly elevate any defense that's lacking consistency. And when it comes to the Raiders, there's already a connection that makes this even more intriguing. Woolen spent 2 years learning under Pete Carroll in Seattle, mastering parts of a defensive style that has similarities to what Las Vegas runs now. That familiarity could help him settle in fast, giving the Raiders an immediate boost without needing a long adjustment period. Still, every trade has its risks. Both the Raiders and the Seahawks are sitting at 1-3, and every decision now carries extra weight. Reports suggest that a conditional 4th-round pick might be the asking price, a move that could either pay off big or backfire if the season keeps slipping away. The Raiders face a real dilemma here. Strengthening the defense makes sense, but the offense has its own problems that can't be ignored. Finding balance might be the key, and bringing in a proven player like Woolen could be the piece that steadies the ship. Stay with me. The truth is, the Raiders' problems go much deeper than defense. Yes, they're exploring trades to tighten the secondary, but their biggest question mark remains at the most important position in football, quarterback. The Geno Smith experiment in Las Vegas hasn't gone the way fans hoped. Brought in during the offseason to steady the offense, Smith has had a rocky start, 4 tough games, several costly interceptions, and growing concern about whether he's truly the answer. Sure, he's an upgrade from last year's carousel of quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, but it's clear now that Geno is only a short-term fix, not the long-term leader this team desperately needs. His experience brings a bit of calm, but not the spark or energy the Raiders' offense has been missing for years. That's why attention is already shifting toward the future. According to reports from USA Today's Aaron Osley, the Raiders are expected to look ahead to the 2026 NFL Draft, with eyes on Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer, one of college football's most exciting young talents. Standing 6'1", Mateer is a true dual-threat player, someone who can extend plays with his legs, throw on the run, and create big moments from nothing. Even though he's currently sidelined with a fractured throwing hand, scouts haven't stopped talking about his potential. Back at Washington State, he put up eye-catching numbers, completing nearly 65% of his passes for over 3,100 yards, 29 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions, plus adding 15 rushing touchdowns of his own. After transferring to Oklahoma, he picked up right where he left off, throwing for more than 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns in only 4 games before the injury. For a team like the Raiders, hungry for a new identity, a quarterback like Mateer could be the foundation to finally build around. The question now, are they ready to take that leap and start fresh? Stay with me, John Mateer isn't just a passer, he's a playmaker. Even in limited time, he racked up 190 rushing yards, proving he can create magic when a play breaks down. He's confident, mobile, and unafraid to take chances, the kind of energy that can transform an offense. Yes, his deep ball strength is still a work in progress, but his sharp decision-making, awareness in the pocket, and natural athletic ability more than make up for it. For a team like the Raiders, that combination is exactly what they've been missing. Bringing in Mateer wouldn't just be about hope, it would be a strategic investment in the future. Pairing a young quarterback with potential defensive help like Riq Woolen could finally give Las Vegas a balanced foundation, something solid to build on after years of inconsistency. But here's the reality, the pressure is heavy. Every move the Raiders make now has to be calculated, not just for this season, but for what's ahead. One wrong decision could set the rebuild back even further. And just as they weigh these options, another name is starting to surface, Greg Newsome too, the talented cornerback from the Cleveland Browns. His name is being mentioned more and more as teams look for defensive stability, and for a struggling Raiders secondary, he could be a perfect fit. It's becoming clear that every roster move from here on out connects both sides of the ball. Offense, defense, leadership, all of it matters, all at once. And just when it seems like the Raiders' plans are starting to form, another potential blockbuster move enters the picture, one that could completely shake up the future in Las Vegas. Stay with me, the Cleveland Browns are once again facing a tough reality in 2025. Heading into Week 5 with just 1 win and 4 losses, the struggles continue, even after Dillon Gabriel stepped in as the new starting quarterback. The AFC North is stacked, and the Browns simply haven't kept pace. As the season slips away, the trade rumors are heating up, and one name is standing out, Greg Newsome too. After a few inconsistent years, Newsome has quietly bounced back this season, earning a solid 63.6 grade from Pro Football Focus. On a team where defense is still the brightest spot, he's shown flashes of the skill and discipline that made him a first-round pick. Analysts, including Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report, have pointed out 2 potential landing spots, the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. For the Raiders, this move could make perfect sense. Their defense currently ranks near the bottom in pressure allowed, 23rd in pass rushes per game and 22nd in points given up. Add to that Blue Kelly's struggles and Eric Stokes' injuries, and it's clear the Raiders need immediate help in the secondary. Newsome could be that answer, a young, proven corner who can bring both depth and experience right away. Reports suggest a conditional 4th-round pick in the 2026 draft might be enough to get the deal done, a fair price for a player who could strengthen the defense without sacrificing key future assets. And there's another advantage. Newsome is set to become a free agent in 2026, meaning if Las Vegas trades for him now and he performs well, they'd have the inside track to re-sign him long-term, locking down a quality piece in their secondary before anyone else can. It's the kind of smart, calculated move that could quietly reshape the Raiders' defense, if they act fast. Stay with me. Greg Newsome's situation highlights a growing theme across the league, and especially in Las Vegas. While the Raiders search for immediate help on defense, the offense is still crying out for long-term answers. Every decision made now could shape not just the rest of 2025, but the direction of the franchise for years to come. And when you start connecting the dots, it gets interesting. Imagine Las Vegas bringing in Riq Woolen, adding Greg Newsome too, and drafting a young quarterback like John Mateer. That trio alone could completely redefine this team's identity, balancing both sides of the ball and finally giving the Raiders the stability they've been chasing. But make no mistake, every move comes with risk. The Browns know they need to get value for Newsome before he hits free agency, and the Raiders must weigh every offer carefully. After a series of disappointing seasons, there's no room for errors. Every decision counts. The pressure is on in Las Vegas. Do they double down on defense with Woolen and Newsome? Do they take the gamble and move on from Geno Smith to draft their future leader under center? One thing's for sure, what happens next could determine whether the Raiders stay stuck in rebuild mode or finally take that long-awaited leap toward true competitiveness. Stay with me, the story in Las Vegas is just getting started.